Well, it looks like the government's really scared of our peaceful event tomorrow. And when I say peaceful, our peaceful event, it's because so millions upon millions of people are attending and they're just scared. And I think they're realizing that our government is failing us, and maybe that's why they're scared. But as usual, they're not addressing the failings of the issues and working on them. They're just hiding as usual and spewing lies. So I'm really excited for tomorrow. I hope you all are going, because even if you could just go for a little while, just go for a little while. Like the one I'm attending is, I have two choices to attend this time because there's 2,600 events this time that you can choose from. And apparently they're not further away than 1 hour for most people, which is so exciting because it's been that way for me. Now I have one really close by, or I could still go to the one I usually go to protest or go, visit my government buildings. So I just want to say, if you want to go out, mine's going to be from 10 to 3. I can go for the whole time. I could arrive early. I could arrive at whatever time I want. I could leave at whatever time I want. It's your world. It's your party. I'm telling you, it is a giant party, and you're going to meet people that feel the same way. They feel like our government is not doing what they're supposed to be doing and what they ran on. They're ignoring us. They're spending thousands, billions, millions, trillions of dollars on everybody else but we the people. And you know what? We're fed up. So tomorrow we're having a big party. So if you haven't attended one, you could watch my video about making signs and having fun. And again, if you can't go because you have plans, bring your friends or your family that you have plans with. I always ask my kids, I tell them which one I'm going to be at and ask them to show up, even if it's just for a little while. If they have work, they'll stop by afterwards. If they don't have work, they'll come for the whole time. You can make a sign like I did in my videos the other day. I showed you a few of my old signs, but I'm making new signs for this week. I get some poster board from where I used to get poster board from the kids for the kids projects, and I get poster markers now. They're really pretty, like Hobby Lobby. Don't tell anyone. I know they give to the Republicans, but when you live in a red county, you only have like these huge corporations to choose from. They have some really nice large poster color markers. Like I got neon ones the last time and I'm using them this time. The last time I used paint from my garage, I had like pinks and blues and blacks and grays, so I used whatever I had. But now the last time I was even more prepared and I had some markers. Some people, I went to an event at the library where we all made them together, and some of the women, there were some men there too, but some of the women, especially the teachers, I would probably say, brought like sparkles and glitter and the big letters that you could just pull off the backing and, put on your sign so you don't have to draw your letters or paint your letters. I like to use markers and I like to use paint, so that's why I usually do my own, or any my husband's or my friends. I always bring extra signs too in case somebody I know is going to show up and they want one. But you don't even have to bring a sign. We usually bring, my friends and us usually bring a little backpack and put some water in it. Either one of the guys carry it, or we, distribute it equally amongst our backpacks or our purses, because we don't want to be too, heavy. Water can get heavy quick. So the men don't seem to mind carrying it. If you're going with a guy, or if you don't mind carrying it, go ahead. But I always bring my phone. My friend, she doesn't bring her phone. I like to take photos and pictures of the police officers there, of the license plates there, just in case something happens if the police aren't acting like they should be, but they always have been more than helpful thus far in North Carolina. Their job is to make sure everything's peaceful and goes well, and that we stay out of the streets and we stay on the sidewalks, and they're really supposed to help people cross safely the roads because there is traffic. So many cars pass and wave, and they're videotaping us and they're honking at us, and they come by again and they, say, yeah, and they just keep you excited. But the whole thing, the air is just so happy and inviting and energizing. You're gonna probably want to stay, especially because it's not June. It's not hot. Like last time I went, it was hot, but it was so worth it. And we stayed more than after everybody left, we still wanted to stay. So we still hung around, and then we all went out to dinner. And it was fun. We had fun afterwards too. But this time, tomorrow, we're going to have a great day here in North Carolina. I think it's going to be 76. And so it's going to be, on the chill side, not too cold, not too hot. And I think we're going to have a really good time. One time I brought my speaker, the one I usually use around the house, because I have a couple of playlists I like to play, like happy playlist songs that get me excited. And one time my friend's husband brought one of his favorite songs and his speaker, and he, cranked it while we were walking down the streets from where we had a park, and it got us all excited. So music helps. You could sing some songs. Bring your signs, or if you don't have signs, just go anyway. Just go anyway. Just be there. Have fun. Go with your friends. Go with your family. Meet people. There are like-minded people there. People start saying, oh, I love this. I love your sign. I love your hair. And you're like, oh my God, let me read your sign. Let me see this. And all of a sudden you're just like talking to people. And that's where the energy comes from, humanity. And it's good to have humanity. So I also wanted to point out that the government is making this huge event on TV. It looks like the government's having their spokespeople go out on Fox mostly and just be calling the event I Hate America event. It's not. We actually love America, and that's why we're there. Because we're there to celebrate our First Amendment rights. Because if we stay home, we're not celebrating or exercising our First Amendment rights. And we don't want this particular government to forget that.
Here's a supercut we made at the Midas Touch Network, showing you what some of these MAGA Republicans have been saying. Play this clip.
This No Kings rally this weekend, that's the blue hair anthropomorphic, experiment that's going to happen up here in Washington, D.C.
I encourage you to watch. We call it the Hate America rally that'll happen Saturday. Let's see who shows up for that. I bet you see pro-Hamas supporters. I bet you see Antifa types. I bet you see the Marxists in full display, the people who don't want to stand and defend the foundational truths of this republic.
This crazy No Kings rally this weekend, which is going to be the farthest left, the hardest core, the most unhinged in the Democratic Party, which is, a big title. And, no kings equal no paychecks.
No kings equal no paychecks.
Clearly, the Democrat Party of today is not your grandfather's Democrat Party. They care about one thing and one thing only, appeasing the radical pro-terrorist wing of their party.
The same crowd planning to protest at their I Hate America rally this weekend.
Well, one of the things that I hope Cass Patel and Pam Bondi are looking into is, the funding of these groups. Who pays for the buses to bus a lot of these folks in, who pays for the trucks that have riot gear that they hand out to the peaceful protesters. Again, I hope they are peaceful here, the No Kings protest, whatever. But again, it's absurd.
We shouldn't have to wait until the Hate America rally this weekend or whatever it is.
So on Fox News, they have Sean Duffy. He's saying, oh, there must be somebody funding us. They're calling us Antifa. Somebody has to pay us to go out there and have fun and, stand up for our rights. We're so frustrated. They shut us down in almost every alleyway they try to. And we can do this, and we don't need to get paid. It doesn't even make sense to pay us, because what would it come to? Last time it was like 4 to 6 million people, and I don't even sign up, so I'm not counted. The people I bring, 4 or 5 more people, they're not counted. So there's probably much more than that, unless that's considered in the 4 to 6 million. Now, this time we're supposed to have more millions than that, and that's just across our country. I mean, last time, if you saw, they were even having them in other countries too. Isn't that so awesome for us? And it's for the world, like the UK had it, Canada had it. There was a few other European ones. I think Australia had it. It was so loving to see them all. And of course, mainstream media does not play any of this. So you will not catch what's really going on the grounds here of the United States. You have to go to media networks like the Midas Touch Network. You have to go to like Status Quo. You have to go online and find your favorite place to get the truth. And you'll start seeing them online on like YouTube news and political channels, because going to the television for news now is completely, I don't want to say it's out of style. It's kind of like it just doesn't work anymore. There's too much control with the corporate people suing them and keeping them from saying things and doing things. And I think that carefulness from the corporations and them pushing the journalists to go in a certain angle actually got us put in this position we're in to begin with. So I don't watch any of the mainstream media anymore. I do watch some CNN or MSNBC sometimes, or I watch Fox for some kicks and giggles. So freaking funny to hear them complain. So Sean Duffy was complaining. MAGA Mike Johnson was complaining. I saw Pat Harrigan, a congressman from my state of North Carolina, complaining on Fox. And I'm going to be calling him today, let me tell you, and next week, because I don't want my representative of this state going on Fox News and calling tomorrow the I Hate America rally. So I'm going to let him know I'm very upset as a constituent about seeing him go on Fox News and speaking in that way. Matter of fact, I'll probably do it right after this video. Scott Bessent, obviously you've seen him talking all week about it. He's actually gone into like seizures. Like he can't even talk about it. Like these people have no concept of what's going on in normal everyday life. Representative Emmer, Senator Ron Johnson, these people, they just make me sick. All of them. None of them are working. They're just making hate and lies. Go to work already. Lisa McClain. Oh my God, have you heard her this week about the Hate America rally? She's just crazy. So go out tomorrow, have fun, be peaceful. Don't give them any excuse to, pull their crap that they've already been pulling by putting military in our cities across our country already. So they're the ones actually causing the problems, ICE and the military. So just be sure to be peaceful. You could sit down, bring a blanket, bring some chairs, whatever you want to do. And who knows, in North Carolina, people might cook out like they do before the hockey game and the football games. We'll see. Bring nothing, and like I said, go for a short time, go for a long time, but please go. And I saw the head of Invisible, his name is Ezra Levin on the Midas Touch Network, and He said if you go to nokings.org, if you don't have a place to go yet, just go to nokings.org. And this is true, I've seen it. There's a huge map it's loaded with dots. And just click on your state and click on the dot, obviously, that's nearest you. And you could find choices of a place you want to go. If you're going to be out of town for the weekend, go to that place. Like a friend of mine was in New Orleans during one for a family event, so they went to the one in New Orleans, Louisiana. So you can, if you're going to be in the mountains in North Carolina, go to the one out in Nashville. You know, if you're going to be at the beach, go to the one in Wilmington. I think there's even more out there. What he wanted to say to get across was also, don't forget, there's more of us than there are of them, and we have the right to speak up and exercise our First Amendment. There needs to be accountability for what's going on in this country. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because it helps with the algorithms, and I would really appreciate it if you gave us a thumbs up. Both of them are free, or you can make a donation. You'll find the link on my homepage. It says paypal.me/sparklesilver, because my silver. So hello, silver sisters, silver siblings. Yes. Take a minute, subscribe, and like. It's free.